Hola, this is Gabby. She's 12 years old. She lives in Mexico on a little island called Isla Mujeres in the state of Quintana Roo. She's going to be our guide as we learn a little bit more about Mexico's geography, its animals, and some of its big cities and attractions. A little bit about Mexico's geography. Mexico is the fifth largest country in the American continent. It has 31 states, including Gabby's home of Quintana Roo. It has many towns and cities. Some are big and some are smaller, and they have a very diverse landscape. It includes mountains, rainforests, beaches, and even some deserts. Because Mexico is so big and has so many states, it's easy to find something that makes each state special or unique, including Quintana Roo, Gabby's home, which is well known for being the home of some of Mexico's most beautiful beaches, including Cancun, the picture that you're seeing here. But Cancun is not just a place for beautiful beaches. It's also a big city with a lot of culture and a very popular spot for people all over the world to vacation. Another state, not pictured here, is the state of Chihuahua, which is Mexico's largest state and also known for giving the name to the smallest dog, the Chihuahua. Now let's look a little at the plants and animals of Mexico. Even though Mexico is in North America, it also borders on Central America, which means that it shares animals with both the North and the South. Mexico has several national animals. The golden eagle is their national bird, the jaguar is its national mammal, and the sea turtle is the national reptile of the country. Again, because Mexico borders on the United States, it also shares some animals like wolves and white-tailed deer, but it also has some tropical environments which have animals like these coatis, pictured here, iguanas, and parrots. Since a lot of birds and other animals migrate from North America, meaning they go south for the winter, Mexico is a stop on their path down south. So Mexico is full of a bunch of different kinds of animals and wildlife and plants. Mexico also has some pretty interesting monkeys, including the howler monkey, which is the loudest land mammal in the world. Their howl can be heard up to 3 miles away. And even though their howls are loud and kind of scary, howler monkeys are peaceful vegetarians. The other monkey that you might see in Mexico is the spider monkey. It lives in the rainforest, and it's more difficult to spot because it's shyer and tends to spend more time in trees. One of the most important animals in Mexico, important because it's factored into history and culture, is the jaguar. The jaguar has played a role in ancient religions in most of South and Central America, including the Olmec, Aztec, and Mayan cultures. The jaguar can live in the desert, but it's also very at home in the jungle and near the beach. The jaguar is the third largest cat in the world. These animals are endangered, which means there's not many of them left, and they can only be found in Mexico. Like this, the volcano rabbit. This bunny is the second smallest rabbit in the world, weighing at only about 1 pound. It's endangered because people have gotten into its area and destroyed parts of its habitat. Like the volcano rabbit, the vaquita, which is kind of like a dolphin or a whale, is also endangered because people have been encroaching on its habitat. These only live in the Gulf of California, and they're also endangered. Another unique animal that can be found only in Mexico is this fascinating axolotl. An axolotl is a type of salamander, also called the Mexican walking fish, although it's not a fish, it's an amphibian. It's very unique and can only be found in Lake Xochimilco near Mexico City. Also, due to loss of habitat, this little amphibian is in dire need of help. And last, we'll look at the major cities and attractions or things to do in Mexico. If you're visiting Gabby's country, you may wonder, what are some cool things to do and see? They have entertainment there for everybody. If you love nature, there's a whole country full of wildlife and animals of every kind. If you love history, Mexico is a very old country with a bunch of history and different cultures. In Mexico, there's something for everybody. In their big cities, including the capital, called Mexico City, they have museums devoted to science, art, and history. You can see beautiful buildings, and there's a lot of fun things to experience. If you love nature, one cool place to check out is the Monarch Butterfly Biosphere Reserve. Remember we talked earlier about animals migrating from the north to the south? Well, these monarch butterflies seen here in this picture leave Canada and the United States when it gets cold and go down to Mexico where it's warmer. They live on the trees, and people travel to this area to see how all of these butterflies turn the trees orange just due to the amount of insects covering the branches. What makes this place even more special is that these butterflies are becoming endangered because they're losing their habitat. So it's a cool place, a safe place for them to continue to reproduce and grow for future generations. If you live in a place where there are butterflies, a cool way to help them is by planting the plants that they like to eat and lay their eggs on, so they can continue repopulating and surviving. And if you're interested in history, you can check out the ruins of Tulum in the same state that Gabby lives in. Tulum is the site of these old, ancient Mayan ruins, including this long wall that spans 3 meters. Here you can see examples of how skilled these Mayan stoneworkers were, and even visit this giant pyramid and castillo. You'll see plenty of examples of their artwork and their building skills, and it's a really interesting cultural site. And finally, if that wasn't enough history for you, you can check out this beautiful city called San Miguel de Allende, which was around before the Spanish even entered Mexico. This beautiful city and its sanctuary were deemed a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which means it's protected as a cultural site and not supposed to be changed so that people can come and visit and continue to enjoy and appreciate